Well, hey everybody, welcome to Thursday. Yep, here I am again for another lipstick dialogue. Just want to have a quick conversation. I promise, as usual. Let me get my phone. First of all, I hope you all can hear me. Let me know when you come on. Say hello, wave at me, give me some thumbs up. Again, I'm not going to be up here long. Just wanted to have a brief conversation. So I actually had a one-on-one with someone a little bit earlier today. And this was actually a question that they posed to me. They asked me, how did I feel about your friend having a relationship or starting to date an ex? And I thought while we were having a conversation, this is going to be a great lipstick dialogue conversation. So come on in, say hello, give me some hearts, give me some thumbs, just like I said, so that I know that I'm not having this conversation by myself. But I'm going to go ahead and have this conversation. I hope that you all are healthy. I hope that you all are safe. But let's talk about this. How would you feel if your ex or your friend started dating one of your exes? So this is a universal question. It is for both men and for women. Everybody can chime in. Hey, Miss Heather, how are you? Thanks for joining. But how would you feel if your friend started dating your ex? Hey, Miss Ferguson, how are you? Beautiful. Thanks for joining. So listen, I had a one-on-one earlier today, and the individual really asked me this question: how would I feel? And so they tried to set it up saying that as a couple, the couple together was friends with this individual, right? And then the couple broke up, and somewhere along the way, the friend started dating the ex. So here is what I said, right? And I said, well, it depends. It depends. So if this individual was my friend, I'm talking about my day one good girlfriend. So that means she was my friend long before I met this individual. Then would I be offended if my friend started dating my ex? I absolutely would. And here's why. Because if she is my day one, that means that I have shared things with her about my relationship. That means that I have confided in her about my relationship. And the way that I look at my friends, we're more like sisters, right? And so that's a boundary that should not be crossed. Because now, I'm not saying that we're going to necessarily fall out, because I'm too old to be falling out with people over who they date. And at the end of the day, I understand and I respect that people have the absolute right to love whoever it is they want to love. They have the absolute right, whether I like it or not, to date whoever they want to date. However, if you are my friend, I'm talking about my day one good friend, where we have been friends and we know things about each other, and you've been there with me through the course of this relationship, you are absolutely the last person as my friend that I am expecting to be dating my ex. Why? Because there are certain boundaries in friendships that should not be crossed, and that you have to ask yourself, if I am going to date my friend's ex, is it worth the strain and the stress that I'm going to put on my friendship, right? Because now it's going to be weird and awkward that at new social functions, I got to look at my friend with the man that I used to love. Listen, don't nobody have time for that, right? As adults, right? We ought to be able to make rational and clear decisions, right? And again, you have to ask yourself, yes, I can date whoever it is I want to date. If I want to date my ex's man, if that's what you want to do, because I'm not going to do that, but if that's what you want to do. But is it right? It isn't. It is not right. Because listen, I don't want to look at my friend hugged up with the man that I used to love. I don't want to look at my friend. I don't want to know that my friend is being intimate with the man that I used to love. I'm just being honest with you. Let's all be honest here. Now, I know that some people would say that it wouldn't matter to them. The reason that it wouldn't matter to you is probably because y'all ain't really friends like that, or the relationship that you Come on, that's it, Miss Ferguson. Or the relationship that you were in, clearly they didn't value the relationship. Because at the end of the day, both parties are wrong. Because if you and I were ever in a relationship I don't care if we went together for 2 months, 2 minutes. I don't care if we were married. I don't care what it is. If we were ever together, then there no point do I ever expect that when you and I break up, that you're going to turn around and pick from my inner circle. But if you my real good girlfriend, that shouldn't even be a conversation that you're going to entertain. Let me tell you about me. I'm loyal to my friends. If I call you my friend, if you are my friend, I don't care how fine your dude is. I don't care how much money your dude got. I don't care what it is that your dude promised me. I value my friendship over a relationship. Do y'all know how many other people it is out here? And of all the people in the United States of America, the one person you got to fall in love with is my ex? Okay. And I know what people are going to say. Well, y'all are broke up. Y'all ain't together no more. Y'all don't want each other no more. But if it's somebody that I ever loved, there's still going to be some level of attachment to that person. There are going to still be good memories. Even if we broke up, that doesn't mean that the whole relationship was bad. That doesn't mean that I don't still have a special place. Hey, Miss Kathy, cuz, what's up? That doesn't mean that I don't have a special place in my heart for that individual, right? And at the end of the day, we have to understand about boundaries, right? That we just can't, listen, boundaries. We have to respect boundaries. You have to respect relationship dynamics. Us being friends is still some type of a relationship. And you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? Right? And listen to this. I don't even know why anybody would even want to entertain that type of a relationship anyway. Relationships in and of themselves are hard. It's already hard trying to blend two lives. It's already hard trying to build a solid foundation without a bunch of haters, wannabes, and I hope it was me trying to get into the dynamic. So you're going to add some extra stress by dating your friend's ex? Or you going to add some extra stress by dating your ex's friend? That is selfish. At the end of the day, when the dust settles, that is probably one of the most selfish and hurtful decisions that you can make. Now listen, the relationship may work out between the two of them, and I wish the best. That's what I would say. I wish the best. But I promise you that the relationship between me and my friend, it would not be the same. Now, we wouldn't fall out. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be anywhere causing any trouble. But I promise you, I'd be looking at them a little side-eyed. Because it doesn't matter what you try to tell me. I'd be always thinking that the whole time she was coming around, was she looking at him? Or I would be thinking the whole time that we was together, was he looking at her? Was he always attracted to her? Because that's human, right? See, we have to be honest with ourselves and be honest with what is human. It doesn't mean that you're weak. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with it. That's human. That's human. That's going to be the very first thought. And so now, what, we're supposed to show up at other events with our friends, and I'm supposed to sit across the room and be happy and be wonderful. Yeah, listen, I'm going to be happy and wonderful because I'm going to be happy and wonderful, but I ain't going to be happy and wonderful because y'all together. Like, I'm just not even going to sit up here and lie about it, right? So here it is. So the person who asked me the question, they then turned around and said to me that I was being selfish, that people should be able to love who they want to love. Listen, that is the absolute truth. You can absolutely love who you want to love, but at the end of the day, is it worth it? That's what you have to ask yourself. And that is in any relationship that you participate in, right? You have to ask yourself, Is it worth the fallout? Especially if you participate in relationships that you already know they go against the grain. Especially if you participate in relationships that in the innermost part of your being, you already know this is a dynamic that I should not be in. If you already know that from the start, then you're going to have to ask yourself, is it going to be worth the fallout that's going to occur? Because as sure as the sun sets and as sure as the sun rises, there is going to be some type of a fallout. But at the end of the day, when the dust settles, I simply say, do you? If that's what works for you, and if you all are going to ride off into the sunset, you just better make sure that you're secure riding off into the sunset. Because I promise you, you're going to damage important relationships. Listen, as a young girl, and I'm talking about young girl in college, I had a situation where a friend of mine, and this wasn't even a guy that she was actually in a relationship with. You know how it is when you in college. That's somebody you just talking to. That's somebody y'all just messing around with. Listen, the moment he started looking at me like he think it's going to be me and him, no. Because I don't want anybody that has been with my friend in any kind of way. I don't care if y'all just slept together. I don't care if y'all was just talking. I don't care if she was your chick on the side. If it is somebody that you've had any type of relationship with my friend, then you're the last person that I'm going to be looking for, right? So then people say, well, it just happened. Nothing just happens, right? Nothing just happens, because how did you all even get into a position or a situation that you knew you would be attracted to them anyway? How did you all even end up in a circumstance that y'all ended up together? That's because y'all started spending time together. That's because you all started communicating. So it didn't just happen. You put a set of circumstances in motion that resulted in y'all being together. So it didn't just happen. And I promise you, they probably had the beginning of their relationship as a secret that nobody even knew they were together. And why? Because they wanted to protect the very thing that they understood that they didn't have no business in the first place. So here it is. How would you feel if your friend started dating your ex? We get it. Y'all not together no more. We get it. The relationship is over. We get it. You don't want him or her anymore. But that doesn't mean that it is now fair game for my friend, because you are my friend. And at least I hope you were my friend, but I'm going to go ahead and leave you with this. If that happens, trust me when I tell you, I'm going to already process in my brain and in my spirit that we probably wasn't good friends in the beginning. Because real friends don't do that. Friends are already hard to come by. Friendships are already hard to build. And why in the world would you risk destroying a relationship or a friendship that you built? If you can do that, it's not you. Better know if it didn't. Come on. That's right, Kathy. You know what I mean? Like, why? You know what I mean? That's the real question you have to ask yourself. At the end of the day, when the dust settles, was it worth it? Is it going to be worth it? Is it going to be worth the pain and the disappointment that you're going to cause your friend? Is it going to be worth it? Is it going to be worth the fact that the dynamic of your friendship is now going to change? Not no, maybe it's going to change. Not no, I think it might change. No, baby, that friendship is going to change. And some people, they're not going to be as nice as me. They're not going to be like, well, you know, I ain't going to fall out with you. We still cool. Some people going to fall all the way out with you. And when that relationship does not work out, guess who you're going to want to run back to? The very friend that you betrayed. Because if you don't think that is a form of betrayal, Baby, it is, because you hold all the secrets of that relationship. You know the conversations that were shared about that relationship. You know everything from the moment she met that guy. You know everything from the moment he met that girl. You know how his heart or her heart really felt about it, because we're friends. That means that I have confided. That means I have shared. Listen, we're friends, right? And so you're going to take the information that I gave you and you're going to use that to be with my ex. They're my ex. And here's the other thing. Depending on why they're my ex, why do you even want him anyway? Why do you even want them anyway? You cannot be that desperate. You cannot be that lonely. Ain't nobody that fine. Trust me when I tell y'all. Ain't nobody that sexy. Ain't nobody that fine. There's nothing that anybody can offer you that is worth risking a real, genuine friendship. Baby, it's too many other fish in the sea. Trust me when I tell you. So for me, that's a no-go. Listen, I'm not talking to none of my friends' exes. No. And if you really my good girlfriend and you my good friend, I don't ever expect to look up no day, see y'all booed up, not on no good social media. I don't expect to get in my car no day, see y'all walking hand in hand nowhere. I just don't expect it. Because the moment I see you, guess what? May the Lord watch between me and thee. Because that's going to tell me I can't trust you. That's going to tell me I can't trust you and that I cannot keep you in my circle. It is what it is. And other people might not agree with me. I don't expect you to agree with me. But at the end of the day, we got to grow up and we have to value. We have to value our friends. We have to protect our friends, right? Because relationships, they come and go. And right? Relationships come and go. And then sometimes people be risking their friendships on some bottom barrel type relationships. If he was shady with her, you don't think he gonna be shady with you? If she was having a bunch of problems with him, you think all of a sudden he just gonna be Mr. Wonderful for you? He gonna be Mr. Wonderful for the moment. He gonna be Mr. Wonderful for the time. And even worse, had you ever thought that maybe the reason that they're trying to connect to you is because you are friends with their ex? And that is a way of getting back at their ex. You want to hurt somebody's feelings? Mess with their friend. You want to hurt somebody? You want to really hit somebody at the bottom of the below the belt? Go to messing with one of their friends. It's low down. It's low down. There ain't no other word to describe it. It's just low down. Let me say it again. It's low down. We got to be mature. We got to make better decisions, right? We live in a society where people are just absolutely selfish. And we got to stop being selfish, right? It's not about you all the time. It's not about, well, that's what toddlers and children do. It's not about you all the time, right? Your happiness should not rest on hurting somebody else. If your happiness comes at the expense of somebody else that you claim to love, if your happiness comes at the expense of somebody that you claim to be friends with, then you can't really be happy. How you sleep good at night? And somebody please explain it to me. How you sleep good at night? How you sleep good at night knowing you dating your friend's man? How you sleep good at night know that you dating your friend's girl? Like, how you good with that? How you comfortable with that? Some people cause their own problems. Right, Valerie? Like, how you good with that? Right? Y'all don't have people don't have loyalty anymore. I grew up a little girl from the projects in New York, right? So I've been taught loyalty. I'm saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost, and I love God. But that don't mean loyalty changed. I know what loyalty looks like. Some stuff you just don't do, right? Some stuff you just don't do. Some boundaries you just don't cross. And that is one of them. Now, again, it's some people out here, they Jerry Springer material. Honey, they that Maury Povich. That's what them shows are made off of. Because they like that kind of trash. They like that kind of excitement. People listen to this. But as we grow up, you got to do better. You got to do better. And no decision that you make should be at the expense of anybody else. You got to weigh your decisions out. How are they going to impact the people around you? right? How they gonna impact your friends? How they gonna impact? Listen, y'all, like you gotta think yourself. You gotta think your way through. You don't cross that line, right, Valerie? You gotta think that way through. And then when y'all break up, what? You supposed to just come back like it's all good? Y'all break up and you gonna return back to the friendship like everything is sunshine and roses? No, you won't, baby, because that one action right there gonna tell me everything it is that I need to know about you. That you are not to be trusted. Can't even trust you to pull up in the driveway, baby, right? Because you're an opportunist. That tells me you're selfish. Tells me an opportunist. That tells me that you don't care about nobody. That tells me that our friendship is not really the friendship that I think it is. But hey, that's just me. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, it is what it is. I'm going to stay wrong because listen, I ain't about to never, ever change my mind. And I'm not going to support nobody else in doing it. I promise you I'm not. If I see one of my friends and they dating somebody else's ex that's friends with us, I'm not respecting that either. I'm not giving y'all no, oh, congratulations, it's good. No, it ain't good. Ain't nothing good. I don't respect that. We got to set examples for our daughters. That's right, Valerie. Like, I don't respect that. You don't tell another woman, man. That's true. That's true. You know what I mean? My mom told me that. Miss McCoy, that's why my mama said you don't tell your girlfriends about your man. Because as soon as you tell your girlfriends about your man, especially that good stuff, oh, girl, he be buying me this. Oh, girl, he do this. Oh, girl, he, guess what? She gonna want to try it out. And some of them won't even wait till y'all break up to try it out. They're going to try it out or try it out while y'all still together. Huh? And that's even worse. That's a whole nother level of shady, honey. That's 30 more minutes of a conversation that I can't even have. But listen, y'all, this boundaries. You got to respect them boundaries. Got to be loyal. You got to respect being loyal. Like, what happened to loyalty? What happened to integrity? Right? Those are like words that we don't operate. Those are things we don't operate in anymore. Integrity is important, right? Loyalty is important. If you my friend, loyalty is important. Integrity is important. I should be able to trust you, whether I'm in the room, around the corner, up the street, right? I shouldn't have to have no good girlfriend of mine that you can't even leave her around your dude. Because if you leave her around your dude, she gonna try to mess with him. Like, I ain't got time for none of that. None of that. And at this point in the game, we too old. We too old. And you probably done already seen all the trash we done been through, so why you want that trash at your house? But if that's what you want, do you. All right, ladies, gentlemen, everybody, Lipstick Dialogues. It's been fun. Leave your comments. I'll be back next Tuesday. We're going to talk about some more things. Hope y'all are enjoying this quarantine, this stay at home, broken boundaries with buying yourself. Come on, Valerie. That's good. That's good. All right, y'all. It's been fun. We'll talk later.